Get ready for the action, because we are kicking things off with massive military movement. The 1st Combat Engineer Battalion hands authority over to Combat Logistics Battalion 7 at Fort Huachuca, marking a critical shift in operational support for Joint Task Force Southern Border Operations. This transfer of authority is huge, showing how the U.S. Northern Command and the Department of Homeland Security are teaming up to secure the southern border, and we will dive into exactly what this means for border security.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we are looking at some serious legal battles in the logistics world. Logistics Insight Corp is facing a major trial over allegations of sexual harassment retaliation after firing a floor supervisor for speaking out against a complaint. We break down the details of what happened, the legal claims made by Daniel Padro, and what the ruling from Judge Sam Lindsay means for workplace protections under Title VII and the Texas Commission on Human Rights Act. Now shifting gears to global real estate and massive investment plays. Investors Ares and Kennedy Wilson are back in the game, reigniting the race to acquire EQT's huge industrial and logistics portfolio after U.S. investor Baupost pulled out of the deal. We examine why this portfolio is so attractive, the specifics of the assets involved, and how the reentry of Ares and Kennedy Wilson could reshape the Irish logistics landscape. And finally, for those running the supply chain, get ready for a game changer. Penske Logistics has officially launched Supply Chain Insight, a revolutionary platform and mobile application designed to give customers a real-time view of their entire transportation and warehousing operations. Jeff Jackson from Penske Logistics explains how this new technology is unifying fragmented data to help leaders achieve massive efficiency gains. Don't miss the rest of this essential news roundup. Fort Huachuca Ares. A significant transfer of authority took place at Fort Huachuca on April 15, 2026, as the 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, CEB, 1st Marine Division, handed operational command to Combat Logistics Battalion, CLB, 7, 1st Marine Logistics Group. This transition underscores the sustained support provided to Joint Task Force Southern Border, JTF-SB, operations. The transfer ceremony marked the shift in command and operational duties between the two units, both of which are assigned to JTF-SB and operate under the purview of U.S. Northern Command, in close coordination with the Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Customs and Border Protection to enhance security along the U.S. southern border. Marine engineer units are vital to this mission, providing critical engineering capabilities such as barrier reinforcement and road improvements. During their tenure, Marines from 1st CEB made substantial contributions, including emplacing over 65,000 meters of wire obstacle and clearing more than 80,000 square meters of vegetation, which significantly enhanced barrier systems and visibility along key border areas. The incoming CLB-7 brings robust logistical and heavy equipment capabilities to the mission, specifically supporting mobility and barrier reinforcement requirements. LT. Col Gregory Lynch, commanding officer of CLB-7, affirmed the unit's commitment, stating, "Our Marines stand ready to uphold our nation's security and safeguard its borders with unwavering dedication and professionalism. We will maintain strategic control over the southern border in our area of operations, ensuring collaboration with our interagency partners, while continuing the progress made by those who served before us." With the transfer finalized, CLB-7 is now responsible for continuing engineering operations under JTF-SB, building upon the infrastructure enhancements achieved by 1st CEB to sustain mission readiness across the operational area. Logistics Insight Corp is set for trial following allegations that the company terminated a floor supervisor in retaliation for his opposition to a sexual harassment complaint against his then-fiancée. A Texas federal judge ruled on May 1st that the supervisor had reasonably believed the company's actions violated anti-retaliation provisions under Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the Texas Commission on Human Rights Act. The supervisor, identified as Daniel Padro, alleged that he was fired specifically for refusing an order to assist in suppressing the complaint. Judge Sam Lindsay of the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas issued the ruling, finding that Padro sufficiently alleged that the company's actions constituted retaliation for opposing an unlawful practice. Investors Ares Management and Kennedy Wilson are back in contention to acquire EQT's €220 million Irish logistics portfolio, following the withdrawal of U.S. investor Baupost. Green Street News reports that the two underbidders have re-emerged after the deal collapsed when Baupost significantly lowered its offer, which EQT ultimately rejected. The EQT portfolio, comprising 32 assets totaling approximately 1.3 million square feet, includes properties in locations such as Greenock Business Park and Baldonnel Business Park, generating an annual rent roll of about €13 million. The portfolio was originally acquired in 2020 from Morgan Stanley Investment Management and is managed by EQT on behalf of Singapore's Sovereign Wealth Fund, GIC. Baupost had secured exclusivity to acquire the assets in January, with an agreed price exceeding €215 million in partnership with Palm Capital. However, following Baupost's exit, discussions with Ares and Kennedy Wilson were reignited, and the portfolio is anticipated to go under offer again in the coming weeks. This development follows a surge in prospective deals within the Irish industrial real estate sector at the end of 2025. Other major players, including Henderson Park, Realm Finance, and Iput Real Estate, also have significant assets for sale, with Iput Real Estate advancing a major development project expected to facilitate over €800 million in industrial and logistics space transactions. In parallel, GIC, collaborating with operating partner Valor Real Estate, is engaged in exclusive talks to purchase Horizon Logistics Park, a €550 million logistics portfolio owned by Henderson Park, which was initially slated for sale or recapitalization. Further market activity includes Chancerygate's completion of a deal in January, purchasing the Northgate portfolio for over €60 million, which spans 342,000 square feet across Furry Park Industrial Estate and North Dublin Corporate Park. Chancerygate now manages nearly €800 million in investment assets across the UK and Europe, and is developing a €45 million, €121,000 square foot urban logistics park in North Dublin called Airport Trade Park. Other recent transactions include terms being agreed for the ARC portfolio, an 11-unit industrial collection, following the appointment of Receiver Interpath Advisory by Realm Finance over 27 assets owned by a subfund of Mel Sutcliffe's Goldstein Property ICAV. Penske Logistics has unveiled Supply Chain Insight, a new secure technology platform and mobile application designed to give customers real-time visibility into their entire supply chain operations, encompassing both transportation and warehousing. This launch directly addresses the increasing pressure on supply chain leaders to boost operational efficiency amid rising fuel costs, evolving regulations, and broader economic uncertainty, providing organizations with a critical competitive edge for achieving cost savings and efficiency gains. The Supply Chain Insight platform is engineered to simplify and streamline complex operational data by consolidating information from disparate systems into a single, unified dashboard. This allows leaders to manage loads, orders, and inventory with real-time insights, enabling continuous operational improvements. Penske Logistics emphasizes its commitment to equipping customers with the necessary tools to tackle current challenges while future-proofing their operations for long-term growth. Jeff Jackson, president of Penske Logistics, stated that the platform's objective is to accelerate customer supply chain performance. He added that Supply Chain Insight offers an unprecedented, unified view across intricate transportation and warehousing activities by connecting data fragmented across separate systems, thereby providing teams with a clearer operational picture. Jackson confirmed plans for ongoing development, integration with other systems, and the incorporation of artificial intelligence to drive further enhancements. Technologically, Supply Chain Insight utilizes a cloud-native architecture built on Microsoft Azure, leveraging Snowflake as the core data platform. This combination of secure, scalable, and high-performance cloud services is specifically designed to handle the demands of complex logistics networks. By unifying data, intelligence, and automation, the platform empowers organizations to significantly enhance visibility, sharpen decision-making, and realize measurable performance improvements across their supply chains. Mike Medeiros, EVP of Operations at Penske Logistics, highlighted the platform's flexibility. He noted that since every operation is unique, data utilization must be tailored accordingly. Supply Chain Insight allows customers to define the key metrics that matter most to their business, establish performance thresholds, and concentrate efforts on areas that will yield the greatest efficiency and results.